Hello everyone and happy Sunday. I hope everyone's feeling well. Thank you once again for coming to hear me ranting on about things. So as you know, if you've been watching these videos, I am pretty much unhappy and miserable every single weekend of the year. Every day, every week, every weekend, where's going. But every year on this weekend, things really gets me. It really gets me down, and I'll explain why. I'll come back around to why. But first of all, I need to go into something that happened to me last week. So I was out and about, like I am sometimes, and I was in Cafe Nero having a coffee. Finished my coffee, and I went to use the loo there. Now, getting to the toilets in Nero is a little bit tricky, sort of at times. The whole coffee shop is long and narrow. It's there's people sitting at tables right next to the queue to pay for a coffee, and the toilets are at the very end of it. So, in an electric wheelchair, it's kind of tough to navigate all the way up there without hitting anybody, and then turn a tight corner and to fit into the disabled toilet. But it's difficult, but it is doable. And I've been doing it long enough that it's all come to me. But on this day, I went to use the loo, and it was very, very busy in there. There's a lot of people, and I had to do quite a lot of slow, delicate moving around together. But did it all. That was great. And when I was coming out of the toilets, this woman stopped me. She went, "Excuse me, I've just noticed you doing that." And I was just wondering, my 11-year-old son has a condition where he's been told that in the next few years he'll be in a wheelchair. And he is very, very upset about this, understandably. And would I be prepared to sit down with these two who get me coffee for me to talk to her son about being in a wheelchair? And I said, I don't think that would be a good idea. She gave me her phone number, and she said go away and think about it, then text her what I thought about it. And to be honest, it was playing on my mind all the rest of the day and all that night. And the next day I texted her and said, I don't think it would be a good idea for me to do that. And if she wants me to explain to her why I don't want to do it, then I'll be quite happy to meet up with her back in town. And she texts back saying, Would you please come to Nero and explain why you wouldn't want to do it?" And 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 the reason I didn't want to do it is because I did explain this to her when we were there in Nero. The reason I didn't want to do it was because can't I can't tell her son, who's scared and worried about it as it is, I can't tell him that things are going to get better, because they don't. Um, this is the worst situation that I can be in, and I wouldn't wish anyone else to be in my position. And and it turns out this kid is going to be in a wheelchair no matter what. And at the age of 11, the last thing he wants to hear is somebody saying, "Oh, mate, it'll get shit from here. It ain't gonna get any fucking better." You know, that's me being honest. I, I hate being in a wheelchair. I hate it so much. All the all the cliches that people tell you. Oh, it's not gonna change anything. You can still do all the things you did before. No one will think any differently of you. Nobody will treat you any differently. It's all bollocks that happens all the time. As I've grown older, I've had to stop and give up and don't even try any of the things I used to do. Any of the things that tried to make me happy. I never did that. I don't do them anymore because I physically can't do them. And I don't want to have a half-assed attempt at things, I don't want to. There's experiences which I don't have, which I would like to have again, but I would only want them to happen if I could have the full thing, not a watered down version of it. Which, unfortunately, when you're in a wheelchair, is what you get. You don't get the full experience of anything. You get a watered down version of it. So that was my attitude towards it last week. Admittedly, if she had caught me on a different day, in a different week, of a different month, maybe my answer would have been slightly different, but it just so happened to be on this week as well. And as I said at the beginning of the video this week, or this weekend, holds particular relevance to me, and now I'll explain it, and now hopefully the whole thing will make sense to people. This weekend marks 5 years since I collapsed at home and I got rushed into accident emergency in Bath Hospital, where I proceeded to spend several weeks in hospital under observation with people. I've been treated for all kinds of different things wrong with me, kidney failure, heart problems, but it also signified the start of my diabetes, which, so, that, as much as that's just seen as more of an inconvenience than anything else, it's still one of those things that stops me from going out and doing things I would like to go and do. But that's a different video for a different day, really. The main reason I don't like this weekend is because it's Glastonbury Festival. And no doubt you're watching on TV, or if you're down there. But if you're down there, you're not watching this, but you might watch it when you come back. But either way, Glastonbury Festival's on this weekend. If you don't know, the festival site is quite literally 4, maybe 5 miles to the side of me. It is my local festival. I used to live down there, I started going in about 1997, I think. And I went all the way up until about 2007. So a full 10 years. Or at least every year it was on in between there, and I went. And it was very good, and I loved it. I really did. I was, I thought, I was very fortunate to have been down there. I got to witness some great things down there. I got to see Radiohead do their 1997 headline slot, which was absolutely fucking amazing. I'm so glad to have been there to see that. I also got to see diyvideopunk play live. That's just absolutely amazing. I got to see Muse when they played to just a few hundred people inside a tent many years ago before they were even signed to a major label. I've just been. I've witnessed some pretty fucking amazing stuff down there. Um, but nowadays I can't even. I can't go to it, and this is kind of what I mean about. It's what I kind of want. It's kind of what I want that mother to tell her son, because I think there's truth in what I'm saying, really. As soon as you start using a wheelchair, and people see you in a wheelchair, people have a tendency to give you some pretty obvious shitty little cliches, like just because you're in a wheelchair doesn't mean you have to change. It doesn't mean that you can't do all the things you used to do before. It doesn't mean that people will treat you any differently. It doesn't matter, it shouldn't matter. If you love doing it, you can do it. And to be honest, that's all a little bollocks. And I'm being honest, I'm talking from my point of view. And I'm pretty sure 1,000 people in wheelchairs could tell 1,000 different stories which would all pretty much accumulate to the same sort of meaning. And that is like that people can say that it doesn't have to change things, but it fucking well does. Um, I I loved going to Glastonbury. I loved it. I loved music. I loved being there. I loved every single thing about it. It was incredible to me. But these days, it's just not possible. It's not. Impossible might be the wrong way of putting it. It's not easy. It's not. It wouldn't be enjoyable. These days, unfortunately I need help physically getting out of bed in the morning, and to help me get in out of bed as it is, I have an electric bed that I press a button and it raises higher and lower to make it easier for me. I physically couldn't get out of my chair and climb into a tent every night. I couldn't, just physically on my own, I couldn't, once I'm in a tent, get inside a sleeping bag. It's just not gonna happen. I couldn't possibly get out of bed, get out of the tent in the morning. I couldn't get out because I can't get up off the floor into a wheelchair without being picked up by somebody. And that might be all very well if someone was there with me, but I wouldn't want to put anybody else out to have to do it. You know, you never know. You might hurt your back, or you might get drunk and go off somewhere. You might fucking, I don't know, take acid or think you're a bit of coal in a fire. You know, whatever, you know. You know, at the end of the day, everyone else should be there to enjoy themselves as well. You shouldn't have to be staying around taking care of me. And all of that is a problem. But you know what? It can only be a marginal problem if it happens to be dry down there. And as we've all seen on the news, and people have been there in the past, it has a tendency to get wet and cold and muddy. And I have been there when it's very, very muddy and very, very wet. I've been there a bunch of times when it's been unbearably sticky and muddy and wet, and I've been there when I haven't been in a wheelchair, and that was really, really hard. I've been there when it's really, really muddy in a manual wheelchair a couple of times, and that's fucking difficult. You know, that is the hardest thing in the world, honestly. And in my electric chair, if it got muddy, fucking forget it. I would not be able to move a fucking inch in it. It sucks. You know, when the festival goes on, and it's local, and all my friends are going down to Glastonbury, and they're having a great time, and they're showing, you know, they're posting all their photos on Facebook of it, and they're all having a great time, and I kind of wish I was there, but I can't be. But yeah, but, and here's the big but comes in. But I can't even watch it on TV or anything else better to look at the pictures because of yet a further reason of why I really dislike it. So, as some people may or may not know, I used to be a guitarist in a punk band, and you know I was what I would class now as a musician. You know, I grew up being a musician. I wanted to be a musician. I wanted doing music, and we got a band together and we worked very hard. We wrote songs, we released CDs, did a lot of work towards that. 13 years ago, and 12 years ago, I should say as well. Back in 2003 and in 2004, my old band, we played Glastonbury Festival. We played the John Peel stage on Glastonbury Festival. And to me, that was one of the best things I'd ever done in my life. Sorry, just thinking about it now. I got to live out one of my dreams I had when I was a child. When I was 11, 12 years old and we first started the band, we wanted to play Glastonbury Festival. And admittedly, it took us another 9 or 10 years to actually do it. But we did it. We played twice, and that was amazing. But my whole reason for not wanting to watch it on television or bearing to look at people's photos is not necessarily the fact that I'm not there and I would really like to be there and I'm not and all the problems come with it. But the main reason I think it gets me is because I see when I'm watching it on television and I see these bands on the stages, especially on the stage that I played at, I I get really quite I get emotional, if you will. Yeah, I get very upset. I get very emotional by it. There's I'm watching other people do things that I once did, and I cannot physically do them anymore. And does that make sense? Yeah, I don't know. Probably no one's even watching up at this point now, so. But at the same point, this is something I can't say to that kid. You know? Oh, being in a wheelchair doesn't stop you from doing everything you want to do and making all your achievements. Fuck off, it does. I want to be a musician. I taught myself how to play the guitar. I formed a band, and one thing we always said that we wanted when we were very little was we want to play Glastonbury Festival. We worked tirelessly hard as a band. We played every gig under the sun. We traveled, traveled 20, 30, 40 miles to a gig. Maybe two people would turn up. We've never disheartened because we want that. This is what we want to do. These days, well, I can't even, let alone I can't stand up. I can't even fucking look. I can't even straighten my fingers out. I can't even. I can't make the chord shapes anymore. I can't even physically hold the guitar anymore. And that's it. That's for me. That's the biggest disappointment life has thrown at me. My disability is actually physically taken something away from me that I once had, and now I haven't got it. And then realistically, I look at watch the video of us playing Glastonbury, and I'm very quite aware that it may well not have turned into anything. We may well not have become a professional band after that, or even since then, or anything like that. But what I am getting at is we attempted it. We had a go, and now I can't do that anymore. I'm very appreciative of anyone still watching this. I have texted that lady who asked me to talk to her son. I've texted her with a link to this video. I was saying to her to watch this video first before she shows her son or talks to her son. Maybe she will now get some kind of idea of why I'm probably not the best person to be talking to her son about it. Or maybe she would just appreciate me being honest and she wants me to tell him honestly how things are gonna be. But basically, if you're watching this, I won't give out your name or anything, but you know who you are. You've got my number. You can text me after you've seen this video, and if you still want me, I will come and do it. I expect, but text me afterwards. And again, that goes to anyone else out there. If anyone else has anything they want to know, or if they want to ask me, or want me to try and explain to them about my disability and stuff, please, like this video, do rate it, comment on it, subscribe, and then write a comment down below. Or you can come and face me. You can come and follow me on Facebook, and I'll put the address on the screen here, and also I'll put it down below, and you can also get me on Twitter, and I'll put the address on the screen as well, maybe, or at least I'll put it down below in the description. So please, and please watch this all the way through. Should have probably said that at the beginning. Feel free to share this video. Invite other people to watch it. I want to spread the word around as much as I can. So, thank you for coming and watching this. Listen to me ranting and raving for half an hour. You'll probably getting sick of me. I was just sitting there with a cup of tea, and you're going, I'm not even listening really, and just watching him for the sake of it. Well, you know what? That's really cool. If you are doing that's fine as well. Just please leave this video running while I do that, because every time someone views it, it goes on my tally chart thing, and the more people watching it, the better I feel. So, thank you, and I better be back next week. See you later.